Hey guys, this is John. It is another Clock as a Weapon video playing FM Vladimir Damjanovic. Very tough opponent. Yeah, this guy seems to be just a very strong FM in general. Good blitz opponent. Plays fast, makes good decisions. Played him in Arena Kings a bunch of times. So first game of this session, I think we have played this line before, where black tries to delay castling. I'm going to castle kingside. A bit unorthodox, but let's see how this turns out. Control the c4 square a bit. If he takes, that's all right. Let's just centralize. Probably put this other rook here. If he plays knight c4, I may take it. Yeah, let's take, and I'm thinking b3, knight d5. If he takes with the rook. If he takes with the pawn, that'll be interesting. Queen d2. Very busy day for me over here. Actually, this is somewhat unprecedented. I'm making a chess video, and I'm not drinking coffee or tea as I'm playing and making this video. So just got the old water here. All right, I'd like to attack e7 specifically. So I'm thinking about trying to play bishop g5. That's the purpose of queen d2. And it's kind of getting to a point where it seems that black should castle, but I think given the way he's played it, he'll probably try to avoid castling because after bishop g5, looks like I have a nice stable position to work with. If bishop takes d4, queen takes d4, I'll be on the e7 pawn twice. So I do like the time situation here. His pawn on b5 is a little bit annoying. It's stopping me from playing c4. If the pawn was back on b7, I'd strongly consider doing that. Okay, he's in the tank though. This is good. All right, so bishop g5, is there any reason not to play this move? No. And I'm going to go for it. I bet he's going to play something like rook e8. Interesting. Okay. Is he really going to take with a king if I take? Well, I could check and just win the exchange. I'm going to do that. And he will get a little bit of compensation, no doubt. He has the two bishops. But on the whole, in an exchange, in a blitz game, up this amount of time is a nice thing. So king h1, just get out of the way of any future threats over here. Rook e2 maybe? Seems reasonable. I've got this knight backed up enough. Maybe b3 to come. He might play rook c5 to attack this pawn. That's a good move. Annoying. I may have to play knight c6 and just give it up. Yeah, let's play that. Not a disaster. Let's go here. Try to penetrate and attack this. The queen is a little far afield now, so yeah, maybe I can go after b7. I gave back 1 point of material, but I've simplified things a little bit. Yeah, I think he knows that I'm going to go after a6, so he's figuring out what to do here, but not easy. You can see how I have a lot of stuff on light squares. Okay, queen a8 I'm thinking about. Yeah, queen a8 just looks like a good attacking move to play. Okay, and he's okay with a queen trade. Interesting. Okay, let's take him up on that. And I'm going to try to go for c4. Or if he plays b4 to stop me, maybe rook c4. I want to change up this structure a little bit. So let's go here. Take. Yeah, he's going to have to start playing pretty fast now. I'm expecting e6 followed by d5. Okay, let's try to go rook c6. Maybe force a trade here. Otherwise, I win d6. Let's bring the king over, or do I want to play rook a5? Let's bring the king over first. Rook c5, rather, to go after this, but I'm going to bring the king over. I'm not going to keep it on a dark square very long because there's bishop d4 ideas. I think this is just the easiest way to win the position. Centralize the old king. A3 threat. Put some pawns on dark squares. If he pushes, take and play rook f6. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty easy flag. Just not nearly enough time. Check. Let's go here. Come back. Okay. Yeah, so that think in the opening just killed him. Got up the exchange. Conversion wasn't perfect. Got a little messy there at the end, but the time was more important. Use the clock as a weapon. That's what we like. I was really expecting him to play Rook e8 right here. I thought Rook e8 was a much better move. I mean, maybe he just blundered the exchange, but I was thinking about taking, and I think black has pretty good play here. I do have to watch that d5 pawn. All right, so I am off to a good start here. Let's get back in the 3-minute pool. Pretty clean bill of health from chess.com. One player was winning, but then blundered it away. Maybe not totally clean, but... Okay, Nebono. Let's play d4. Get the double white to start the session. We like it. Okay, I'll play the Tory against e6. I don't think it's as good as against g6, as I've said before, but it's playable. It's fine. Let's take and dare him to take here. He doesn't want that. Okay, so let's go here. Okay, I'll go knight bd2. I wonder if he'll try for a quick e5. We shall see. I'm going to put the bishop on e2, just so if e5 comes, he won't be threatening e4. I think I can castle now. There is some alignment stuff going on, but it's not yet an issue. Okay, f5. Perhaps take. Taking is interesting. Let's do that. And on bishop takes, maybe a3 followed by b4. Okay, takes with the queen. Interesting as well. Let's play a3 first. Just a useful move. Keep in mind b4, but I may switch it up. Yeah, he plays his bishop there. So now I'm going to switch it up a little bit. I'll play queen c2. Probably centralize a rook after this. Curious if he's going to castle. He will. Now it's going to make it harder for him to move these pawns, though. He has to be a little bit more cautious about that. Okay, let's play queen b3. Just probe this. If knight a5, maybe queen b4. Try to change up the structure favorably, take with the a pawn. I like this structure if I can get it. I don't think he's going to allow it, though. If b6, I might have ideas like bishop a6 in the future. All right, black is thinking. Yeah, it's amazing when you just pose your opponent little problems like this. It's amazing the compounding effect it has. Okay, knight b3, perhaps? Yeah, knight b3 looks pretty good. Aiming for these squares. If b6, he's going to weaken a6. Rook a1, perhaps. Yeah, probably rook a1 next. Now I'm threatening b5. So, okay, rook c7. What about knight d4 now? Knight d4, or maybe just try to double up the rooks. How about that? Before doing anything else. Wouldn't be shocked to see him play e5 here. Maybe that was an argument for playing knight over immediately. But okay, let's do this right away. Or is he going to play this now? Ah, that was the purpose of that move. I should have known that that was coming. That was a bit sloppy on my end. But okay, I think it's still okay. Let's see which way he takes. Let's play rook a2. I don't want to trade my b pawn for his a pawn. That was the whole point of his rook b8 move. Ooh, missed that move. Backward bishop move against my rook. Ouch. Okay, I guess I gotta take here and hope for the best. See what happens out of this. Problem is, after this, which way do I take? I probably have to take with a rook. Whoa, he played rook takes. Okay, interesting. Yes, I guess technically and tactically that is justified. Yeah, that's an annoying move. Now I'm burning clock. Guess I'll take this way. Probably take with the bishop. He's going to give a check first and probably now take with the bishop. Okay. Let's go knight here. Okay, let's play g3. e5. Okay, gonna go here. If bishop b5, I'm gonna play knight d2. If I can only stay down the exchange out of this, that will be a success. I'm gonna play king g2 next. If he takes here, I take here. And I want to keep the rooks on the board. I think that's going to be very important. Keeping the rooks on would be critical to gaining some counterplay. So he's going to double on the... Okay, he's not. All right, well, let's do this. And let's try to get some activity now with the knight. Probably a technically lost position, but if my knight gets free, I do have a nice pawn structure, and I shouldn't be getting mated. My king can go to h3. So some chances. Let's make him think about how he's going to trap this knight. Could have also played knight e5, but I didn't like the knight on that square so much. Okay, let's go here. Let's keep this active. Yeah, he wants rook e2. Which I don't know that I can stop, so I'm just going to do this. I do have knight to h3. Okay, let's put the knight there. It's a little bit passive, but it's probably okay. Check. Let's go here. Ooh, okay, now I win the h-pawn. And doubling doesn't really threaten anything for him. Very annoying situation. g4 threat. My seemingly poorly placed knight on h3 actually really pulling its weight here. Ooh, check and pick up the rook. All right. Well, that was a Scandi swindle, even though I didn't play the Scandi. Okay. Yeah, so I missed bishop f8. I should have seen what he was up to with rook b8. That was an oversight on my part. Speaking of the compounding effect, you know, mistakes sometimes come in pairs or trios. Yeah, rook b8, clever way to try to play a5. I think in hindsight, I probably should just play b5 right here. And then bring the rook over. b5, drive the knight away somewhere, then bring the rook over. And you know, he can defend this, but looks unpleasant for him. But yeah, I was able to keep some material on board, some important material, especially keeping the knight is critical. I think at this time control, if you have the choice between keeping a knight and the bishop, and time is at all a factor down the stretch, keep that knight. Just such an unpredictable piece, right? And it even went to a pretty bad square, h3 or so it seemed. But it held f2 and it guarded g1. You could kind of sense his frustration or disbelief here when he didn't really have anything. No rook g1 mate threat. All right. Thank you to SKLack803. He says, nice comeback in the chat. Thank you. Well, I get my third white in a row. All right. The pairing gods are smiling on me today. Let's do this. Timur Khanov. Let's play Exchange Slav. Sorry to put you guys to sleep. I'll try to spice it up here. Let's play rook c1. Yeah, a6 is a pretty reliable system. Interesting. Early queen b6. Well, let's challenge that queen. And if he checks, I'll pull the bishop back to d2. He probably will check queen a5, I imagine. Fair. Okay, let's play a3. I'm going to try to keep the option of putting my bishop back here, which I could do now. Yeah, let's do it. And if he checks, I'll play b4. I need overprotection for my d-pawn, so it's good that my queen is now participating with that. Probably play e3 next. If he plays bishop d6, I might just go bishop g3. Could also take and play knight c5. Looks pretty decent. Maybe that's an even better, more straightforward option. Let's try that. Attack this pawn. He pushes. Interesting. Okay, that looks a little bit weakening. Let's just play f4. And now I'll develop my bishop. I have a nice stranglehold on this square. Also, he can't post anything up here. I'll castle. I think the G file in front of my king being open doesn't really matter in this position. Let's play b3 to keep him out of c4. He might play knight d7, but that may have tactical issues. Queen d2 here. Queen d2 would be interesting, but it might not work. He takes and then takes b3. Queen c2. Let's play queen c2. Attack h7. Probably g6 is thematic here. Ooh, looks like he's having connection issues. Member offline. So planning what to do if he plays g6. Maybe queen c3, just to attack this knight. That looks pretty decent. And then if he takes, I can take back with the pawn. Okay, looks like he's back. I gained some time there. Plays h6 instead. I don't think that changes my decision. Let's go here. Yeah, just looks annoying on this knight. Knight b7. So if I take, he's going to take here. I take here. He takes d3 at the end. Anything I can do against his... I can play rook c7 in that position. I can also just play b4 here and try to keep an edge. Ooh, these are the decisions that cost you time. I like the look of my initiative if I go for this line, but his rook gets active, so I'm just going to go here. Okay, let's take this way. And now a4, perhaps? Yeah, let's do a4. Immediately. Activate. Gotta make sure he doesn't get too active with his queen over here. I think it's all right for me. Maybe f3. Let's go f3. Guard g4. Rook f2. Let's take. I'm on this guy. If rook b2, I can play rook c2. Try to neutralize his play. His a6 pawn is hanging as well, but for now, I'm just going to take some stuff. Let's go here. Yeah, I don't feel like I have to be in a hurry to take his pawn. That's an interesting and probably good move. Okay. Let's play f5. He might go e5. I don't know. But can't sweat the details right now. Yep, e5. Okay, let's take here. I am on his knight now. Ooh, I think he missed that. Okay, let's go here. Try to attack, centralize the queen as well. And if he takes, I have rook b8, which is crushing, so... Oh, man. Did not see that move at all. Okay, now he has a draw if he wants. Yeah, was not looking at that whatsoever. Yeah, I think he should take the draw. I think it'd be risky to do anything else here. I thought queen e5 looked so good. It's rough. Okay, I think we're going to have a draw. There we have it. Okay. Oof. Let me go back here for a second. So he takes... Yeah, he's on f2. So I should just probably take first on b8 and then do this. Yeah, I'm actually even guarding this square, so that looks good. My sense of danger let me down on that one a little bit. Okay, so 2.5 out of 3. Yeah, should have had that one. But can never let your guard down. Get back in there. Okay, Damjanovic again. Same opponent from the first game. All right, I'm going to play a Scandi. I think it's just important. I played Sicilian against him without a whole lot of success. I think it's important just to maintain a steady pace against this guy. And if I can force him to think, that's great. It's great against anyone, but this guy seems especially good with his time management most of the time. that last game notwithstanding. So c5. Very comfortable with this line. You can get this pawn back pretty easily. Plays a4, okay. All right, let's take it with the bishop. And I think I'll try to get my knight to c5 if he ends up taking. Can Castler play king e7 here? It's often a key decision. I'm going to play king e7. Keep the king in the center. So if he takes d7, I'll take with this knight, replace it, defend c5. Try to get this bishop to b7. He could take and play knight e5. Okay, he's going to try to use the c6 square, it seems. So let's go here. Now, I don't necessarily have to take his knight in this position. Kind of wondering about this. Quirky move, but let's give it a shot. And he just goes right back. Interesting. Okay, so can I take this and then rook g1, bishop e4? Let's try. Because if he takes here, I can play bishop g6 and trap his rook. Don't know if I'll be able to win that rook anytime soon, although maybe knight h5 could be a threat. Very strange position. I think my king being on d6 is all right, because his knight is on d1, so it's not like he can quickly get a rook to d1 to bother me. I think this is an idea I go through in my Scandinavian repertoire on Chessable, some similar position, trapping a rook on g7. Okay, interesting stuff. Yeah, I'm not too keen to allow him to get his knight out, so I'm not going to trade on e3. I'm just going to back my bishop up here for a moment. I still have knight h5 as a threat, so no worries about his rook getting out. I'm also on his bishop now, which is helpful. c2 could be loose. Okay, so he takes. Maybe take with the king, actually. Yeah, let's take with the king. With knight h5 on the way. Very unusual rook trap. Rook d1, rook d8. Or castles rook d8. King activity. I'm even controlling c4. Yeah, he's not going to want to trade, so let's do this. Double up the rooks next. Also retain the option of going rook h4, which could be handy. He wants that. Okay. Tempted to take. Very tempted. But I think it's unnecessary at the moment. Let's just target some of his weaknesses. Go here, looking for this. He'll probably play knight e5, I imagine. Knight there. Okay, any problem with this? If he checks, king d6. Okay. Knight d7 is now a threat. Man, knight d7. He might be able to win an exchange back here. Okay. Okay, he can check and pivot his knight to c4. I can go king e4, but he has bishop c6. Man, tricky stuff. Yeah, bishop there. Weird, weird, weird. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to take. I'm going for this. Get my knight involved next. I'm going to let him win the a-pawn. Try for a mating net. Rook c6, king d4, knight here next. Play for activity in that time pressure, right? His bishop's out of the game here. Seems tough for him. Oh, he has check. Yikes. Okay. Let's do this. Oh, he can't take it, though, because I have knight a2. Man. Therefore, I should have played king e3. Ah. Wow. Now he waltzes out with his king. Man, that's rough. That is so brutal. Man, that's too bad. That's really, really too bad. I thought I had that. And I can't stop his pawn. Yeah. Ugh. I realized too late that I actually still had the same mating net idea. Maybe on king e3 he actually could take on b4, because even though I check and pick up his rook, I still can't stop. Oh no, I can. I can take here and come back. Ooh, that one hurt, guys. That was a very painful loss. Yeah. He fought back well with his knight. I'm telling you, these knights, like, their value goes way up in short time controls. I even thought about just taking it as soon as it got to c4. In hindsight, I wish I would have done that, but I thought I was pretty decent here. When he played knight b6, I kind of had an inkling of what he was going to go for, but yeah, rook d2 and suddenly knight d7 was a big threat. All right, well, last game of the session. Let's get this up and running here. You know, the swindles, they go around, they come around, right? I swindled my second opponent. All right, so another exchange Slav. Let's play e3. Okay, let's go knight e5 against this one. And I'll go queen b3. b5 is probably the critical move here. But hopefully it'll cause him to lose some time. He plays knight a5. Interesting. Yeah, I'm always tempted to play check and then on b5 sack. I might do that. Because at the very end of the line, I should be able to take a5. So he goes back. Okay, bishop takes a6. Or knight takes c6 and then bishop takes a6. That looks good. Let's do that one. Remove the old defender. Pawn takes, rook takes, and his rook is pinned. Okay, so now bishop b5 just looks like a solid, good move. Even has trouble with the d5 pawn, actually. Creative. Let's take this guy. All right, I'll trade. And I'm going to be up a pawn here. Let's play a3. Let's bring this rook over. Let's play h3. There's a check if I do that. Okay, let's step here then. Don't want to allow rook c2 check. No, no, no. Maybe bishop here? Might just want to trade my bishop for his knight. Okay, I'll take. We'll go knight e2. It's a little bit ahead on the clock. I'd like to change that, so let's do this. Okay, let's just trade. Still consolidating my extra pawn a little bit, but I'm going to start playing more actively here. Let's get my king involved. If he takes, I'll probably take with a pawn. Okay, he's going to do that instead. So let's take. Interesting decision. Okay, maybe here. If he moves his king, I feel like I can play knight a4 favorably, try to force a winning pawn ending. Could have played b4 as well on the previous move, but this seems even better. If d4, do I play knight e4 or knight a4? Both look pretty good. Let's play knight e4. He's going to take with check and play bishop e7. Oh, man. Ah, the blunder. Oh, the blunder. Got to keep playing. But yeah, that was a pretty big one. This guy is tricky, man. I'm telling you guys. But, oh man, now is my knight trapped? Almost. I have to check to try to get it out, I suppose. The tactics letting me down. Okay, still a chance, though. The knight principle. You got a chance against a rook if you have a knight. Okay, so we're going to lose that pawn. There's nothing I can do about it. Let's just try to push this guy. Really? Okay. He's going to bring his rook back. Trying for tricks with the pawn coming up. Ooh, can I go here? I'm going to risk it. I'm going for the victory. Oh, okay. That might have been unwise on my part. Definitely feels unwise. Now I'm in Zugzwang. Yes. Very unwise. Quite a bad idea. Okay. Well, I don't know if it was even a guaranteed draw because I would have had to fight against his remaining two pawns, but yeah, so the draw I was talking about was playing knight g6 and then going, or no, sorry. Is there even a draw here? Because he can do the same thing he did in the game. Wait, I'm forgetting how the game went. Let me go back. Let's see. Is this the game position? Yeah, knight here, this, here. Yeah, I could play knight g6, but I guess he could check. I could go here, king here. Even this is complicated because he's threatening mate, and if king f1, he does come over. Yeah, I would have to defend a situation like this in time pressure, which may not be easy, although it does look drawn. Okay, so finished 2.5 out of 5. Vladimir Damjanovic, he got me. Yeah, with some tactical ideas. So losing 2 games from 2 better, if not just winning positions. I think both were probably winning. Yeah, I didn't even see bishop takes e3. I was just totally focused on trying to kick his bishop. So I should have played, after this check, I should play my king somewhere, like king e2. Then it looks like I'm still fighting for the win because, yeah, I'm on his bishop twice. If he moves the bishop, let's say bishop e7, I can take and then take here. So got to watch out for those tactics. I had 7 blunders that game. That's not good. Yeah, otherwise, the first part of that game was fine. All right, so entertaining session. Didn't get the best of it against this player, but hope you guys enjoyed that. Clock as a weapon. And I will be back again soon with another video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.